Hi everyone.
Hi everyone, Amit here.
Yes, you are audible, Amit.
Hi sir, thank you for having us here.
Before going to start this session, dear student, I will introduce our two alumni. First is uh, Mr. Amit Deshwal, which is alumni of 2019-20 batch from department. Presently, he is working in Quantify Analytics as a software developer. And our second alumni, Mr. Piyush Bhatt, very famous student from 1920 batch. Uh, he is from our IT department, and Amit is from computer department. Uh, Piyush is presently working in also Quantify Analytics as a business analyst. And today, this whole session will be conversation session with Amit and Piyush. Yes, Amit, over to you.
Y- Yes sir, thank you so much for the introduction. Hi guys, my name is Amit Deshwal and I was part of the batch 2019 and I have been working in Quantify from last 2 years as a software developer as Uglesher mentioned. And I have worked across different technologies like Google Cloud Platform, Firebase, MongoDB, Node.js, Express, like SQL, Angular, React. Like I have explored a lot of technologies in the last 2 years. Excited to have a good session with you all.
Yes,
Piyush,
Amit,
over to you.
can you start your video?
Oh, okay, sir. I didn't knew it was necessary.
It's
Yeah, can you see me?
yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Yes, Piyush, over to you.
So hi everyone. My name is Piyush Bhatt. So I'm also alumni of Nutan Maharashtra, and I graduated from there in 2019. Same like and Amit is my batchmate. And so after graduation, I joined Yardi Software as a SQL developer. So I've been there for last 1 year, 10 months, almost 2 years, and now I switched my job to Quantify, and I'm now working as a business analyst in Quantify. And thank you for having us here.
Uh, yes.
Ugla sir, over to you.
Yes. First, I want to ask you both your school education, where it completed and how it is. That is your school education.
Okay, so I will start with mine. Um, like I have been studying into army schools from my childhood. Like I have explored several different places like Jodhpur, Ranchi, and then Jammu. I have been to several places.
Yes, Piyush.
So I had my education in Jammu. So I'm born and brought up in Jammu itself. So till the 12th standard, I was in Kendra Vidyalaya, and yes, those memories are very quite different and very important for me. School days are actually important for all of us. And after that, I shifted to Pune for my higher education, like for bachelor's degree. So from that point, I am here.
Dear students, this is interactive session, so you should ask the question to Amit and Piyush. This is not one-way conversation. In between, if you have any question, you can ask to Piyush and Amit.
Yes, before we start, I would like to give a little warning. This is not a technical session or anything else. This is just a basic interaction between you and me. So it would be good if we can have some good question and we are happy to answer. I think we can start picking up the questions. Anyone can like pitch in and have the question. Like language is not a barrier. You can use English, Hindi, Marathi. We are fine with all. Okay, so Prince Dwivedi has a question. How was your experience up to now in IT career? Well, it's quite challenging and quite fun, if you ask me. Like there are several problems which we have to find the solutions which are not have been implemented yet. Like some different type of dashboard which has performance issues, and all sort of different things. So it was quite challenging and fun at the same time.
I want to ask a question to both of you about your first year education in MIT. How it is, that is first year?
So first year was very chill, to be honest. I made new friends. Like I was blessed with best roommates, Piyush and Sahil. It was quite fun for me. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And that means what is your score and what are your challenge to face first year here?
Well, the first challenge was to clear the engineering graphics, and second was to clear engineering mechanics.
Okay. You have engineering
Yeah.
mechanics in second semester, na?
Oh, yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Actually, I failed in engineering mechanics. Yeah, I remember. I
Okay.
scored a 0.
Yes, yes, in first attempt you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Piyush?
Yes, sir. Thank you. So what to say about NMIT, right? So when we joined NMIT, the picture was whole different, right? So NMIT was still growing. So nevertheless, they are now connected with the biggest institution, that is PCCOI. So PCCOI is backing us for the placement and all that stuff. But at that time when we joined NMIT, so the situation was like NMIT was also growing, right? So we had very less admissions at that time. So yes, those admissions we may add, like in there itself we made several different kind of friends, right? So everybody has had a different nature at that time. Like they were like we were from outside Maharashtra, right? So we at the time we need time to adjust in there, right? But it was a quite interesting journey, right, for us. So we learned so many new things, and first year was like very difficult for me because I took time to adjust, right, to adjust myself in a new state and in a new college. So, and also I also faced that engineering mechanics and engineering graphics. It was like too difficult for me, and they are still difficult for me. If you give me that test again, if I need to that like pass that test again, it will be very difficult for me right now also. But engineer mechanics, Nitin Jadhav sir was there, right? I joined the classes for this subject, and he is a very good teacher, right? So yes, that is all from my side for the first year. And talking about Ugle sir is one of the best teacher we have, right? And I would say in whole Pune University, like who teaches math in a very smooth way and in a very calm way, and you get every bits and bits of mathematics, right? So I will definitely suggest that if you have any questions regarding any subject in Marak, any M1, M2, M3, you can definitely contact Ugle sir for that. He's a brilliant teacher to have.
Dear students, especially young students, just you have listened. Both Amit and Piyush both have failed in mechanics and graphics, but still they got a highest package in their batch. So don't nervous about in that because your result is just declared and just online. You have online mode, so not so many tensions of your scoring. But those who have failed in mechanics, then also you don't bother about that because you have in front of you two alumni who failed in that subject but getting highest package in their career. If some first year students, if they want to ask question, they can ask easily or they can write in chat box also.
Also, guys, it's not necessary to fail to be succeed. Like if you are able to pass, then do
Yes,
study.
yes. Yes, that is also there. Then Amit, I want to ask you a question. In second year, I can still see you are sitting on first or second bench every day, and your view of grasping the lecture is different. I observe you are grasping the lecture in different matter, different manner. For example, in mathematics, you are not going as a getting a score You're not going on the way of how to score in mathematics. You are
Yes.
always focused on how to learn, how to learn main part of that mathematics. And other subject also you have studied like this, or by taking good marks in that way?
So, sir, I was quite interested in mathematics just because of you. Like, I used to sit on first bench just because you had a good sense of humor. You used to you make the class more interactive. Like, we had some small laughs in between, and then back to maths. So that's the main reason. Like, I used to sit in front of the bench just because of the mathematics class. That was the first most reason for me to sit on the first bench. And also, I was like kind of guy who always used to like to sit on the first bench because like that's come from instincts. Like, I have to sit first only.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think we have some questions in chat. We can start taking them.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello, Piyush.
Hi, like, could you please tell
Dheeraj
your
here.
name?
Dheeraj.
Hi, Dheeraj. Tell me.
मैं स्पेसिफिक टू क्वांटिफाई कुछ सवाल करना चाहता हूँ.
Sure.
लाइक जब आपने क्वांटिफाई ज्वाइन किया तो प्रोबेशन पीरियड था.
I am still in probation period, Dheeraj. I've just joined Quantify. It has been, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks now.
ओके. देन मींस प्रोबेशन पीरियड के साथ कैसे डील करते हैं? मींस वहाँ पे काम दिखाना होता है या मतलब क्या कैसे डील करें प्रोबेशन पीरियड के साथ?
So Dheeraj, probation period is actually okay. Shall I start,
And-
Dheeraj? Or do you have any other question?
एंड प्रोबेशन पीरियड में शायद मैंने मतलब ऐसे सुना भी है कि प्रोबेशन पीरियड में कंपनी सर्टिफिकेशन देते हैं लाइक AWS, GCP, एसोसिएट डेवलपर, सॉल्यूशन आर्किटेक्ट. तो प्रोबेशन पीरियड में वो सबको मैनेज कैसे करें?
Okay. So Dheeraj, actually what happens? Okay, so Dheeraj, actually what happens is, like, in probation period, you are basically judged on your performance, right? So let's say we have a probation period of 4 months here in Quantify. So you will be judged on your
Yes.
performance, right? What all tasks you have been given, right? You have been provided with. So you will be judged on that only, right? So if you're talking about certifications and all that stuff, it is a part of your profession, right? So they give you resources, learning resources, right? The company gives you, organization gives you learning resources, but it is on you when you start learning, like at what time you start learning those resources, right? Learning from those resources, and when you complete that, basically it is for your self development. And if you are fully like qualified for any project to take on, right? So you will be very resourceful for that company itself, right? So basically they are doing a simple, in a simple words, they are developing you so that you will be like resourceful, very fruitful for the organization, right? So probation period means you have to be like very quick in completing the task you have been given, right? You have been provided with, and you have to show your potential. That's it. This means probation period, and no one like kicks you out of the company if you do not get like 100% performance score or 70, 65. They give you one more chance, right? So they give you one more chance, and they will judge you on that another chance, right?
Means they will extend
About that.
probation period.
Yeah, could you please repeat?
Means they will extend our probation period like that.
Yes, they will extend your probation period if they see some potential in you. Only when. Not like if no if a student or if an employee is doing nothing, right? So they will not surely extend the this probation period. They will kick you out, in simple words. If you show potential of doing something, the task you have been provided, so they will obviously give you a second chance. Everybody gives a second chance. There is no issue in probation period. I have joined Quantify as a lateral, right? I have almost 2 years of experience in Yardi. I am still in probation period, and if I do not show the performance, right? If I do not work properly, I do not like show potential, and I do not be fruitful for the Quantify, they will surely kick me out. Do So you are okay
No,
with this, or you need some other answers also?
no.
Yes, sir. One question from our famous student from Shubham Valu. How was journey in MIT? How did it help you?
Okay, so Amit, do you want to take this up?
Yeah, sure, Piyush. Thanks. So the journey was quite fantastic, and we made several connections working in TNP department. Like we arranged some drives, managed some drives. We surely made some good connections in NMIT, and it helped a lot in it helped a lot to us. Like mm, yep, I think that answers the question. Yeah.
So, Shubham, I will answer. I will add to Amit's point, right? Shubham, talking about Shubham Walunj, right?
Yes,
He
yes.
is a kind of pillar for many students right there, right? In the NMIT. He's actually very supportive, right? Shubham Walunj is very supportive. So we started new in the NMIT, right? We Shubham Walunj was at that time when we were in first year. Shubham Walunj was in, I guess, diploma, right? So at the moment when he joined NMIT, he came, right, he came in front of us, and like he asked for how are you? I am Shubham Walunj, I am from here. What about you? Where are you from? So he's kind of very extrovert kind of people, right, person we have right now, and he is very supportive. And I urge everyone, if you need any kind of help in Talegaon or in college, he is very helpful. He can bring you up, bring you out from any if you are in some problem or issues, he can bring you out from there. He's a very kind person we have.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
Always he is always ready to help to others.
yes, and
Yes, sir.
Shubham Walus was is a key factor that we had a quite good life and good journey in NMIT.
One,
Yes,
one
also just to add, sir, Shivam Valunj is also doing charity work, and I appreciate him for that.
yes.
Thank you so much, Piyush and Amit. Also, Gule sir. Again, I want to ask one more question for you both guys. See, basically, you're working in Quantify. I wanted to ask that what exactly do we need as a ENTC background students? Which exact courses do we have to prepare for? And are there any colleagues with you in Quantify who are from ENTC background? So that is there any scope for us in the IT industry as well?
Yes, Shivam, definitely there is a big scope. We have engineers who are chemical engineers, ENTC engineers. So different from people from different fields are in Quantify. Like if you are interested, then definitely you can in Quantify. But if your target is Quantify, then you have to pick one post like business analyst, software developer, DevOps engineer, and then prepare for that post.
But he asking about how what are the other courses should do by TC or mechanical students so that they can join your company.
So, sir, if the student is interested in web technologies, then he can surely take up some full stack developer course, which will have interaction with backend, front end, and some deployment. So, this is the basic course he or she can take. Even everything is available online for free on YouTube. So, you don't have to take any course by going to any institution. Like everything is available to you. It's just you have to pick something and learn, and you should be passionate about it. The information is available easily nowadays. It's not the issue. I learned everything from YouTube myself.
Yes, yes, Piyush.
So actually, the question is about, right, what ENTC and mechanical people should do to get placed in the IT sector, right? Okay, so I'm assuming this is the right question I'm going to answer. So actually, see, mechanical and ENTC is a very different different stream. I agree, but see, we never thought of, right, we will join IT as a developer, right, and we will join any IT organization as a developer, right? We were just passionate to to join somewhere, right? This is a fact. We just wanted to start from somewhere, right? Because we when we were in second or I guess third year, Amit, correct me if I'm wrong, when we were in third year, then the placements were on boom, right? Then the PCT joined hands, right? PCET take over the placement part, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
till then we were nowhere. We were standing nowhere. Like we were empty from our mind. Also, we were just focusing on clearing the subjects, nothing else. So that should not be there in your case, right? Because you know that you have plenty of opportunities, right? You have almost every major company visiting your campus, right? So you should be prepared from your early stages, right? Like let's say you are in second year, you should start from there only. If you will wait for third year and fourth year, obviously you are not going to cross that placement part, right? That filtration part which companies keep for filter out candidates, right? So if you are from Mac only, right, go to YouTube, go visit any website, right? Start learning, right? Nobody can help you in that case, in that thing. If a mechanical person is there, mechanical student is there, engineering student is there, he can also learn any language, right? Because see, MATLAB is a company. I will just quote an example here. MATLAB is a company. They have maximum employees from mechanical and ENTC department, because MATLAB needs mathematics and that whole thing, like mechanical and ENTC stuff, right? All those subjects and basic cleared for that software to build, right? MATLAB is based on basically mechanical and ENTC and designing purpose. So MATLAB is an IT company, right? They build softwares. They have mechanical people in there building softwares, right? So this is example, just an example. You can see there is also a company, Dassault Systems. They hire mechanical people for IT job, because they know the mechanical people have much more experience in mathematics and dynamics and all this mechanical stuff more than the IT guy, right? So they hire them, right? And they hire them and they just help them to learn that IT part. But if you are well prepared before entering a placement drive, right? Well prepared for from the background, let's say from a Python perspective or any language perspective, then you are ready to jump on anything. So the company will see the potential in you, right? And they will just in a matter of seconds they will hire you and they will start teaching you. There is a training part also, right? You don't think that if you learn basics and if you learn moderate level of programming language, then you would not be able to crack that placement. If you have at least moderate or a basic understanding of any language, you can crack that placement part, right? So I and Amit started from the basic thing itself. So Amit has learned all that stuff in the last year and in Quantify's experience itself, right? Amit, correct me if I'm wrong. And I've also learned from my first company's experience. So I was working as a SQL developer there, right? So I learned all that SQL stuff there, how to use that practical knowledge, right? Because in engineering we get, most of the time we get theoretical knowledge only, right? So in practicality, we get all that stuff in company itself. So mechanical people can learn any language. This is not a barrier.
Yes, yes, yes. Those are from mechanical and ANTC branch. Uh, they have quite great guidance from to convert your job in IT sectors, IT perspective. Now, again, my question to from FE to ESE, from first year to second year, what major changes you both observed from NMIT?
Piyush, would you like to take that up?
Sure. Uglis sir, could you please come again?
From first year you have two backlog subjects. From first year to second year, from second year you started studying your actual department or core branch. So what is the difference from FE to SE?
Okay. So basically, so actually, first year is just building your basics, right? First, if we are not clearing basics in first year, I'm damn sure that you will not get anything after the second year, because first year basically means physics, chemistry, all that stuff, mathematics and engineering mechanics and all that stuff. It is to build your creative thinking, right? How creative you can think, how logical you can think. If you plan well and if you study well, right, in first year, I am sure that you will get success very soon. because first year builds your logical and creative thinking, right? Because we have subjects like basic basic mechanical engineering. They mechanics, right? We get questions like kind of aptitude questions, that we have this amount of volume, we have this volume, we have this area, just build that thing, just improve that, just work for X, right? Output X. So this is kind of building your creativity and logical thinking, which we in aptitude terms we quote it as quantitative and qualitative analysis, right? This is the building block. First year is actually the building block of your engineering. So if we let's say if we skip first year, we take it very lightly, right? I am sure you will be facing many issues with your subjects and many issues in your creative life, right? Like in for placement purpose. So I think first year should be mostly prepared as a as a point in to build your creative and thinking ability. So that is first year for me, right? So I don't know what are your point of what how you see that first year, but I see I have realized this after I clear the engineering, seriously, because talking about me and my batchmates, we were taking first year very lightly, right?
Okay.
So because nobody was there to guide us in these things, but we know that if you take first year and eventually all the years of engineering very lightly, you will not succeed in life. That is for sure, because every subject teaches you something, right? So first year should be used for building your creative thinking. Second year should be used for building your domain knowledge onwards, second year onwards, because you get your own subjects, right? If you are in IT, you get your own subjects starting from there, C++. All that stuff should be used for building your domain knowledge, right? I know it is very hectic to go hand in hand with this subject part, like engineering subject part and placement purpose. But if you manage your time well, I am sure you all will succeed and you will be able to do it.
Yes, Amit, your express?
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So I would like to say, like, to get placed in any of the companies, you should start focusing on the aptitude. This is the first criteria they use to filter out the candidates. So if 1,000 students are applying for the same job, how can they interview each and every one of them? So they use aptitude as a first filtration criteria, and with some coding rounds if it's IT company, basic coding rounds with 2 to 3 questions. So you should start getting your aptitude strong, and then pick any of the language whichever you're comfortable with, and start using it for your coding purpose, and then that would be suffice for you to get placed in any of the companies. And also focus on your communication skills. You should be able to communicate your idea in an efficient way to the interviewer. That's suffice for you to get placed. Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask both of you about your project. Which topic you have selected and how this help for your career in future?
So topics in what sense? Like which topics?
That which topic you selected for your project work?
Okay. So I selected the ML topic. It was quite hot in the market, so I thought of going with machine learning topic, and I built a automation. I built a prototype, which will scan your face and automatically unlock the door itself. Suppose I'm going to a gate, basic gate, and if it scans your face, and if it matches with the database, it has some ML algorithms running at the backend. If it's a positive match, then it opens the gate automatically. It was an unlocking door machine learning. So we used OpenCV algorithms in that project. That was quite fun for me to build a prototype from scratch, and then attaching the server motors, everything in that project. That was quite challenging for me and fun at the same time.
Okay.
But right now I'm not working in ML stream. I'm a full stack developer. Yeah. So can we start picking up some questions from chat? We have a lot of questions.
Yes, one very important question. How
Yes, sir.
your study plan for semester exam? Every semester exam, how your plan?
So guys, to be honest, we were quite attentive in the classes itself, and then like 10 to 20 days before we used to start studying for the topics.
Mute नको करू किंवा खूप चालू कर.
Does anyone has any question? I heard a voice from background.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I think someone was on unmute.
Okay.
You should be attentive in classes. Apart, then only you can prepare in the last remaining 20 days. Otherwise, you will have to study from start.
Piyush, can you please elaborate on your job role of business analyst? I mean, what exactly you do in it?
May I know your name?
It's
It's a direct second year student, Kunal.
Okay. Hey Kunal, could you please pardon your question actually? I have a mic problem here, so voice is breaking kind of.
Can you please elaborate on your job role? I mean, what exactly you do as a business analyst?
Sure, Kunal. So Kunal, business analyst, in generic terms, if I would say that business analyst means it is a project management part actually. Okay. So if a business analyst is a kind of two role and subdivided into two roles. One is techno-functional, right? And the second is only functional, which comes under project management completely. So right now I am working as a functional business analyst. So whenever a project comes in, right, comes into the team, that is the headache and responsibility of business analyst to take over the project and make sure that everything is on track, right, from starting from project planning till delivery. So everything should be on track, and if it is an agile process, every iteration should be successful, right, with the user acceptance. So this is actually, in simple words, there is lot of work and lot of different stuffs we do as a business analyst, but this is kind of like in brief, in a gist. I've just answered you. So if you have a similar question to this, I am happy to answer this.
Thank you.
Okay. One question from first year student Devgar. What about internship and suggestion for FE students?
Well, if you will see any opportunity for internship, you should definitely apply. Like it's a lifelong experience you will have with you in college time. It will also definitely help you in college placements. Like if a person who has no experience and if a person who has some months of experience, and definitely they will pick the person who is having some experience in the company, previous experience. Shubham Valunj is having his hand up. Yeah, Shubham Valunj, you can ask the question.
Yeah, thank you, Amit and Piyush. I have a question for you both. Like, what exactly your journey was for the pre-placement thing? What all did you prepare and how did you get placed? You have a very exciting story. I know it personally, but you can share it with all the participants. And also, what is your experience once you get a placement when you enter in the corporate world or when you start working? So both the things will be really great if you share it with us. Thanks.
Yeah, Shubham Valunj, yeah. Thank you for that. That's a good question. And the story was quite interesting from my end, especially because I didn't clear the aptitude round, but I was uh, so the whole process happened like this. So first they came for a pre-placement talk in which they showed us a PPT, and then the HR said like if anyone has any questions they can ask, and if someone answers a good questions, then he or she will get a brownie point, which will help in getting the interview scheduled directly. So I got a brownie point in Quantify. That was luck for me, you can say. I answered one of the questions about their products, which was Athena's owl. So one of the students asked randomly, "What is Athena's owl?" So I raised up my hand and then answered the question. So HR noted somewhere in their diary like this guy has answered this question, so he or she will get a brownie point. And the next day, I got a call from TNP coordinator like, "You have been called by HR to for an interview." I was like little shocked, but then I later realized that it was because of the brownie point I scored in the pre-placement talk. And about the journey, from college to companies, the first challenge which I faced is to remove the sir keyword while calling someone like sir, ma'am. We have to call everyone by name only. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, Piyush, would you like to add something?
I guess you have answered Shubham's question, but
Yes.
uh, so talking about my journey, like um, I think I was not at that time. I was not that capable of landing anywhere, landing in any job. That is for sure because at that time I was not aware of new technologies. I was not aware of basic stuff also, right? So how I landed into Yardi, it is a different story, but I cannot share that story with you. But yes, it was a bit of hard work and mostly it was smart work, right? So you are not supposed to only do hard work all your life, right? If you add maximum percentage of smart work in that, I can surely say that you will land a good job. That is for sure. You will land a good job. Just add your mind to it, not your hard work. Like you are doing all the projects and learning all the technologies, but you don't know how to express those things, right? How to make your resumes, how to be well prepared for an interview and crack that interview with a with a boom, so that also matters, you know so let's say take an example of Amit itself, right? Amit did not clear the aptitude test, right? But once he was well dressed in the PPT, right? He came in the PPT and he knew that he has to learn the uh, company's background first. So he learned about all those products the Quantify has at that time, like Quantify had at that time, right? So he studied about that Athena's owl and he answered that thing, right? So he got a brownie point at that time, but he did not clear his that aptitude test. He got called for the interview directly, right? And he was well prepared for the interview. He cracked it with a like in a like a matter of second. He like we can say that it was a uh, just a basic thing for him to crack that interview based on that JavaScript and any language he was working on, right? So he knew that if he is not able to crack that interview, there is no fun in right preparing for those interviews and preparing for learning about the organization, right? So he knew that if he is weak in some other thing, he can be well prepared and well learned in other things. So you should have those quadrants where you are where you are maximum, or we can say the we can say that maximum prepared for, right? So if we have four quadrants, one is for aptitude, one is for personal development, third is for the technical part, and fourth is for to how you are dressed, right? So if you have technical quadrant very weak, no issues. If you have aptitude quadrant very weak, no issues. But if you have other two quadrants very well prepared and you are very good in that, you can land a job, right? You will surely crack any interview based on those two things. So that is from my side. If you have any other questions, please let us know.
One question from Sharvari Shinde. How to prepare aptitude test? That means I also ask you, have you joined any other classes or any other courses for aptitude preparation?
Yeah, Piyush can take that up. Yeah, I haven't studied for aptitude much.
So Sharvari, actually, see, we can understand that not everybody is very good at these aptitude things and quantitative and qualitative things, right? So that's what I'm saying. If you have one quadrant very weak, right, aptitude and all that stuff, keep it there. Keep it there for time being. Keep it there. Just focus on your technical part, right? Just focus on your communications. Just focus on your technical part. I know that most of the companies take aptitude tests to filter out candidates, right? But let's just an example. Don't follow this what I am saying right now. But let's say the aptitude is kind of you cleared that part based on your guesses, smart guesses, and all that stuff, right? So if you clear that part, what next? If you are not technically prepared, then there is no fun of clearing that aptitude, right? So keep aside for time, keep aside that aptitude part, focus on your technical skills first. Bring everything out, right? Bring every resource out you have from YouTube or everything. Start preparing for technical and communications, right? And at the end, when you have the last 6 or 7 months for placement or 4 months for placement, start working on your aptitude skills. I know that is the most difficult part. Aptitude, like it was difficult for me also, but we don't have an option right out there, because we have to clear the aptitude part also. But let's say it is qualified by our like guesstimate, guess plus our estimate. So we can go for technical, well prepared, right? If you have the technique, if you are sound in technical and communications. Does that answer your question, Sharvari?
Piyush, adding to this, one more student, Samarpreet Kaur Chawla, also asking, can you share some sites, apps, books regarding that?
So I guess this would be for Amit. He is onto many things, so he
Yes,
can answer this and he can share this stuff.
Well, I will have to search for some good videos on aptitude. Like I haven't prepared much on aptitude, to be frank.
Okay. Then
So,
books.
sorry, sir. So Simranpreet, actually, see, there are books out there, right? I would say there is R.S. Agarwal. There is one more book. I cannot recall it, but I think if you have to prepare aptitude, just go with basics and just YouTube it. YouTube every part of aptitude. Let's say we have 4 topics: calendars, clocks, right? We have this DI, so data interpretation. Sometimes DI also comes in aptitude if it is a very like big organization like TCS and all the stuff. So you can go on YouTube and search for these kind of topics, right? Just clear basics, then jump to RS Agarwal, and there are many websites. And Okay, so for time being, you have this answer, but I will share all those websites with Dugle sir. They will reach out to you all, so they can share with you.
Adding to this, I have again one more question to both of you. In our college also from third year, actually there is, I think so, 6 to 8 weeks aptitude test training program is there. Have you joined that courses, and what is benefit of that for both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Amar, do you
Yeah.
want to start?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir. They were very helpful while placements. Like I have given only single aptitude round, but still they were very helpful in explaining the main concepts like time work problems, distance problems, ratios problems, fraction problems, like which are the main topics for aptitude. If you understand the basics, you can crack anything. Any question comes in.
Piyush, have you joined that courses that we have started in our Nutan?
Yes, sir. I joined a course. Actually, it was not a course. It was a kind of training for aptitude and GDPI,
Yes.
right? And I don't remember the agency's name. Nutan hired that agency, and so Amit, did you recall that? Do you recall that name?
Campus
So
credential.
Yeah, campus credentials.
yes. Thank you. Campus
Thanks.
credentials. So campus credentials came in and took our GDPI. So actually, that was good enough for a student who has started preparing for aptitude. But I would say start clearing your basics on your own, right? I am not saying this that you don't have to opt for that campus credential. You go and opt that, pay your penny and start learning from them. But first, learn on your own, right? That is the most important part, right? You cannot depend on someone or some other company or agency to teach you the basics. They will teach you, right? They will teach you in a proper way, in a good manner. You can ask your doubts there, no issues. But the basic things, no one can help you clear those basic things. You have to learn on your own. This is my experience.
One more question from one student, Nilam Sandbor. How to work on improving communication skill?
So, sir, I actually answered in the comments only. Like, what I used to do is like call Flipkart and Amazon customer care and talk with them with some random queries about different products.
Okay.
Yeah, and the best thing is like they don't judge you because you are a customer for them. So you can take your conversation at any level.
I didn't know that you did this, Amit.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay, so from a point of communication, see, I would say that, see, take I'm taking my example, right? When I graduated from Newton, I was not good enough in like communicating with others, right? I'm just learning, right? I'm just learning now also, right? So you can see that I am like in between. I am using some words which I don't know, but I'm trying to use those words, right? So actually, what happens is like you know the vocab, right, in your subconscious mind, but you haven't used those words, right? You binge watch the TV series and all that stuff. So my answer to this question would be, right, start watching TV series but in English, right? Don't watch those series in Hindi, right, or in your native language. I would suggest that start watching those series, start watching news actually, right, in English, right? Okay, keep on those subtitles. If you don't get anything, if anybody is quickly saying anything, keep on those subtitles, but start prepping like that way, right? It will be much easier for you to understand and get a daily conversation and build your daily conversation skills, right? Those conversation skills will not be there, like you cannot learn in 1 month or 2 months. It will be there. You will learn those things like with time, right? So if you say that I want to learn English in 1 month, that cannot happen, because right now I have been in the IT sector. I have been in the industry from last 2 years. Amit have been in the industries from last 2 years, but we are still learning, right? We converse with the people out there. We converse with our leadership, like leadership as in our stakeholders, like senior people in the organization. We have a conversation with them. We learn new things. We learn every day. We learn a new word, and that is for sure. Everybody learns a new word, but someone learns in their native language, someone learns in Hindi, someone learns in English, right? And when you go into an organization, you will learn new words in English, that is for sure, right? But if you have to build your communication skills, start watching TV series and English TV series and news in English. That is the best way. Like, as per me, that is the best way to learn English and build your communication skills.
Yes, yes, very good idea from Piyush. Again, one
Yes,
question.
sir.
One question.
So just to add,
Yes, yes,
sorry,
yes,
sir,
yes.
sorry to interrupt you. Just to add on Piyush point, start thinking in English. This is the main thing. Like we think in Hindi, then we translate it to English, and then we like say something. You should start thinking in English, then only you will be more fluent while talking.
Yes, yes, yes. Very good idea. I mean, one question from our famous student Shubham. That question is, what are the role of PCTs in MIT faculties in your success journey?
I would like to start, Amit, if you
Yeah.
have no issues. Okay. So Shubham, I was quite sure this question will come from you only, right? So because you and I and Amit know better, right? What is the role of TNP and what is the role of Newton's faculty in our success, right? So as per me, so I will not take out individual's name, but I am talking about the whole faculty here, right? So everybody has contributed, like everybody have contributed in my success, right? And also Amit will agree to this. We have been raised and we have been helped by Newton faculty in a very good way, and we have been given priorities. Like, not in that sense that we have been given extra marks or good marks due to like we are out of state students and we are something like that, but they faculty helped us a lot to overcome such big issues, right? With if we are having short of attendance, they will urge us, they will understand that we have some issues like in our end, but they will understand and they will give us one chance to fill it up. So that also matters, right? In the success, they helped us overcome these subject issues. Like I say, I landed in a job, right? And like I landed in my first job as a SQL developer, and I had backlogs in DBMS only. So DBMS was a subject which I cleared in that second attempt. Aditi ma'am also knows. Aditi ma'am is in the call. So I cleared that subject in second attempt, but I landed in a job where I have to use those principles, DBMS principles, to complete my work. So anything can happen. You never know what will happen in the next moment, right? So just be yourself and help faculties, right? Help faculties, give your support to faculties, and understand everything they are doing it for you. Because see, you will leave the college, right? You will join any company, the faculty will be there for help you, right? So if you have any questions after your graduation, they will be there for help you, right? If you have during questions during your graduation, they are always there for you, right? They will help you out in any case. The faculty never thinks that this student is like less important to me or this student is less important to me. Everybody is same for the faculty. Because I know personally, I have been very very privileged. Like I have leveraged the faculty's intention towards me. Like I have leveraged those privileges, right? Because I came into Nutan from a different state, right? So when I took admission in NMIT, that was a different situation there in there at that time. But every faculty was very supportive. They helped me to get adjusted in the hostel and in college. Every time Shekhar Ane sir, my first year, talking about my first year faculty, Ugle sir, Shekhar Ane sir, Deshpande sir, everybody asked me, so everything is okay in hostel? Do you need anything from our side? So every day faculty asking you this is like I feel privileged, right? I feel privileged that I get to know these like brilliant people and smart minds out there. I'm very privileged. And thank you every faculty, right, from first year to fourth year. Shraddha ma'am, Aditi ma'am, Radha ma'am, Prashant sir, Avinash sir, everybody. I cannot name a whole staff, right? There are so many people, but thank you for all your help. Thank you so much.
Sir, I will have to drop off. I have other call at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, so sorry. If anyone has any questions, then you can directly ping me on WhatsApp or email me anytime.
Okay. Piyush,
Thank you so much, sir.
yes.
I think
Sir, yes,
Piyush.
I am here. Thank you, Amit. I am here for next 10-15 minutes. So if anybody has any questions, I can take it up.
I want to ask Piyush you one question about our Nutan hostel environment and our total Nutan and Talegaon environment. How you feel that Nutan hostel and Talegaon environment?
So, sir, thanks, Amit. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining.
Bye bye, everyone. Thanks.
Bye bye. Thank you, Amit.
Thanks, Ugle sir. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Take
Amit.
care.
Thank you.
So, sir, I would say that Talegaon, as per me, Talegaon is the best place, right? Because in terms of nature, because it is kind of in between Pune and Lonavala, right? You
Yes.
you are in the middle of something where you can go. If you go left, right? If you go left, you have Pune. If you go right, you have Lonavala. So everything is like very near to us, right? And the climate in Talegaon is very good, right? It is very good, seriously. Because when I joined Yardi and I shifted to Ondh, right? I was staying at Ondh. Ondh is a place near. If you all know, Ondh is a place in near, like it is the end of PMC, and after Ondh the PCMC starts, right? So I stayed in Pond, and there was like very rush. Everybody was in rush, right? Nobody cares about anyone, right? But in Talegaon, we met new people, right? like Shubham. We met Shubham. We met many people from Talegaon itself, right? We met Kedar Begde. He was my senior in IT. Right now, he is with he's joined politics, and Shubham is also kind of social worker, right? So we get to know these people, and we understood that there is some purpose other than this, right? Shubham does this social stuff and social contribution. What he gains nothing, right? But he knows that we have a different purpose also. We don't need just go in any company and start working for them. We have some different purposes also. Everybody has different kind of thinking and different purpose to work on, right? So Shubham, talking about Shubham Walloons and all the like friends I have met in I have met in these Talegaon area. So I will never forget those members. But I know I cannot be in touch regularly, but because of this my job also, because this is very hectic job, kind of project management. So but I am in touch with many of them. I am in touch with many of them. And Talegaon, I would suggest that if you are if you have joined NMIT, take an experience of living in hostel first, right? If you are out of Talegaon, right? If you have if you are from, like, let's say, different parts of Maharashtra, or if you're from out of Maharashtra, first try living in hostel, because that is a something different kind, very different kind of experience, you know. So I have few members from hostel in this call also, like Jayesh, Neeraj, and all that. They know hostel life is something you should experience once. So I know everybody will say that hostel, we don't have this thing, we don't have that thing, but that is a part of life, right? If you don't get, like, at this time the situation will be kind of different. You have everything, water supplies, electricity, everything in the hostel, because Nutan has progressed a very Nutan is progressing at a very high pace right now. But when we joined, there was a shortage of everything, because Nutan was progressing at that time. It was not developed. It was in the development phase. Right now, Nutan is kind of developed, right? So you get everything a college and a hostel should have, a canteen, proper canteen, and everything. So at that time when I joined, there was a shortage of everything. But that was a part of life, you know. I got to know many things, like how to adjust in different in between different people. I had a person from Delhi. I had a person living with me in my room from Mumbai. Neeraj is here. Neeraj, he was my roommate. I had a person from Aurangabad, Jayesh. So I got to know many people, like, around me. So everybody has different kind of thinking. So everybody thinks differently. So meeting these people and experiencing this life was a very good experience for me. So I would suggest Nutan's hostel is very good to live in, right? They have quite big rooms and every facility, and electricity. As for me, electricity remains 24/7 there, right? So everything is there. You need not to like go out for anything. We have like, I cannot say much about this because I have lived in there for 4 years. I know every bit of Talegaon. As per me, every bit of Talegaon. I know many places in Talegaon, but I would suggest, if you are living in Akudi or somewhere, shift to Talegaon and experience that life once.
Piyush, again, there is one question from one second year mechanical student, Projot Raut. He's asking that you are already told there is chances for mechanical and ENT students in IT sector, but he is asking about is there is a less chance for mechanical and ENT student to in IT sector?
Whose question was is this? Like,
Prajot Raut from SC Mechanical.
Prajot. Okay, Prajot. So I agree on this, that there is a probability that there is no probability. Actually, this is a fact. Mechanical and ENTC people lands up in IT sector very less. They have future in mechanical and manufacturing part itself, right? But as I said, and I will always say this, that if you have the potential, you can land your job. You can get your job in any sector. This is not a restriction or a constraint, right, Prajot? So start learning. I would say start learning. Don't waste your time in other stuff, right? Start learning. At least start with anything, any programming language, any tool. Learn Tableau, learn cloud-based technologies, Salesforce, Google Cloud, Amazon. Learn something. Start learning. If you start these things, right, you will get to know a lot many things above that. So you will be prepared you will be prepared for those things. If you say that we have a less probability to land in IT sector, that is true because you are from mechanical. But I have seen my friends from mechanical having 3 years of air down, right? They were 3 years YD. They are working in a MNCs. They're working in IT MNCs, right? They are working in Ubisoft. They are working in AI solution company kind of stuff. They are from mechanical. They cleared their engineering in 5 6 years. So that is not an issue. If you start learning and you have the potential to crack everything, like crack interviews and all the stuff, you can land up anywhere. It all depends on you, right? So don't think department or engineering stream as a constraint, right? It is not a constraint, it is not a restriction. This is our mind who thinks that mechanical people and ENTC people don't get a job in IT sector. That is absolutely, I would say, stupid to think of, right? Everybody gets a job if you have the potential.
Yes,
That's
yes,
it.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. That means that is a good chance to get a job in
Yes,
IT
surely,
sector.
sir. Yes, there is a good chance. And PCET brings a lot many companies for mechanicals also, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So mechanical people have also joined Amazon. So why don't you go and clear these facts? Don't think, right? Don't think and stop learning because of this, that we will not get job in IT and all that stuff. Why to learn these technologies?
Yes.
No sense in thinking that, right? No point in thinking that those things.
Next question is from Pranita Raut. That is how that foreign language like German and Japanese help in placement in IT sector.
So there are few companies who look for a different language, right, other than English, right? So I cannot name a few, I can name a few, but I'm not able to recall those companies. But at my fourth year, like in my fourth year, when I was prepping for this placement part, there were one or two companies who came in and they asked for, I guess, Japanese, and they asked for German. But I'm not sure. I'm not able to recall those companies. But I know that learning those languages will help you out. But first, focus on your like personal development skills, technical skills, and communication skills. That's it. Don't go for that. Like, don't go for learning different languages, like communication languages, I would say. Don't go for learning different communication languages first. uh, Fill up your quadrants, like technical quadrant, communication quadrant, all the stuff, then go for that next part, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So there is a question from Vishal Bankar. He's asking, is joining product based companies like Amazon, Google is very difficult? What they actually expect from us? See, Vishal, answering your question here, see, Google and Amazon looks for a kind of candidate who has every basic layer, right? So flang. So we basically in corporate sector, we term those companies as flang. Flipkart, right? Flipkart, Amazon, Google. So flang basically. So to land a job in flang, to get a job in flang is very difficult, no doubt. But if you are prepping for it in a good way, if you Google, right, if you Google like how to land a job in Google and Amazon, you will get steps. And Google and Amazon, these companies hire you, but on what basis? They hire you on data structures. They need that every small thing, every basic should be cleared first. Everything should be clear in the mind. They will ask you such questions that if you answer those questions, basic data structures and basic programming skills, you answer those questions, you will definitely land a job in Google and Amazon. There was one our senior 1 year senior to me, right? Lavina Soni, she landed first, she got placed in TIA, right? She landed a job in TIA as an analyst, but after joining TIA, she worked in TIA for almost 1 year 10 months. But after joining TIA, she started prepping, right? She used to learn data structure C, C++ languages after joining the organization. See the irony here. She started learning all those things after joining the company, right? And she landed up in Amazon as a test automation engineer, right? She has a very good package right now. So anybody can land a job in Google and Amazon. That is not very difficult, but you have to be you have to make sure that you clear all that basic stuff first, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So Ogle sir, we have 3-4 minutes left because I have to jump on a call.
Yes, yes, yes.
So if people like we have any other questions, please let me know.
Okay. Any questions from students? Shubham? Hello. Shubham?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you conclude this today's session?
Yeah, definitely, sir.
Yes, yes, please.
So it was basically a very short call. We need more time. All the students need you again to guide us again and again. You can spare your time again, Piyush. Thank you for such a wonderful guidance. I know you will prosper in your professional life a lot, and also for same for the Amit. I will call you personally. We are in touch always. But definitely, if any of the students from NMIT have any doubts, Ugule sir is there. All the departmental staff is there. Anyone can reach out to you anytime. We are pretty much sure about that. And thank you so much for guiding us always. And yes, all the best for your future life, Piyush.
Thank you so much, Shubham. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Shubham. Thank you for having us. Thank you, Ogle sir, and thank you everybody, right, to take time out to listen to this, to listen to your seniors. We are not actually seniors. We are one from like we are your friends, right? You can reach out to us anywhere. I have shared my LinkedIn ID also. You can email me. I will also share my email ID, right? So if you have any questions about what we have to learn, right, and how we have to go further in our careers, you can reach out to me and Amit. Even as we have Sahil with us, I will ask Ugle sir to take to bring Sahil up and take his session also. That will
Yes,
be
yes,
very
yes.
good because Sahil has also experience of industry and he is working in a very big company right now, LTI. So it will be very good for the interactive session also, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so thank you everybody. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Ugle sir. Thank you, Shubham. Thank you everyone. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear student, we conclude today's session.